So Karl Rove joins us now, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff to President George W. Bush and a Fox News contributor. Karl, good morning to you. Your
morning,
thoughts
Martha.
on this?
Well, it's always, in the aftermath of disasters like this is always an issue. As you know, we made a terrible mistake in 2005 by President Bush cut short his vacation. He was in San Diego honoring the end of World War II. He cut short his, rather than returning to Crawford, he returned to Washington. We flew over New Orleans. We shouldn't have landed in New Orleans because it would have diverted essential resources from literally saving people's lives. But we should have stopped in Baton Rouge, gone to the command center. The president was in constant communications with officials in Louisiana, pressuring them to order the mandatory evacuation and so forth. But it didn't matter. What the image mattered, and the overflight hurt the president's image enormously. And he was criticized by, among others, by a young senator from Illinois who gave a speech in which he decried the passive indifference of the administration to what was going on in Louisiana. I think that's sort of odd coming from Barack Obama after 8 rounds of golf, attending a fundraiser, spending a day at the beach swimming, and going out 4 nights in a row in a posh New England resort while the people of Louisiana have been suffering.
Yeah. You know what? One thing that I find fascinating is when you look back, because this has more been compared to Hurricane Sandy, which happened during the 2012 election. And in that instance, President Obama stopped everything in the campaign. In fact, Mitt Romney and President Obama agreed that because of what was going on with Sandy, they were going to halt their campaigning for a couple of days. But he said in his role as president, it was incumbent upon him to go to New Jersey. And he did just that. And he was helped by Governor Christie. Let's put up the picture of this moment. Governor Christie was criticized for this moment. The hug with Obama really dogged him for a long time. But the president got there, appeared very presidential, was there to help in the hour of need in New Jersey. And now you've got Governor Bill Edwards, a Democrat, basically saying, yeah, Donald Trump did exactly the right thing. He helped to shine a spotlight on our very needy situation.
Right. Look, the responsibility of dealing with these emergencies lies primarily with the state and local, with the federal government providing a supporting role and resources and money. But as a national symbol, that's why presidents go to the aftermath of hurricanes or after the aftermath of other natural disasters, the Northridge earthquake or, a tornado in Kansas. The President of the United States, and as you rightly point out, in 2012 was eager to be seen as doing something about Sandy. But remember, he was on the ballot then, and now he's in the final year of his presidency. Right. And as that phrase that he used, passive indifference, I think that expresses it all about his attitude. I remember he also went to the floor of the U.S. Senate and said, we need to have legislation so that we need to examine what went wrong, and we need to have legislation to fix any of these problems that the administration, the Bush administration, responsible for. Of course, he did nothing in the aftermath of Katrina to either study what needed to be done or to propose and push for legislation to solve the problems that he saw. He's on the ballot in 2012. He's not on the ballot directly in 2016. So I think the president is showing exactly what he feels ought to be done about this situation by setting up another round of golf with an NBA star or an NFL hero.
A little bit of sound of Donald Trump on the ground in Louisiana here. Let's watch.
It's a great place. I've had a great history with Louisiana. They need a lot of help. What's happened here is incredible. Nobody understands how bad it is. It's really incredible. So I'm just here to help. Thank you.
I'm just here to help, he says. He's trying very hard to make some significant changes in this campaign, Karl. Can it work? Is it too late?
Well, it's not too late. And I thought, look, think about that tone. That was presidential. That was people are hurting. I'm here to help. He didn't turn it into an attack on President Obama or Secretary Clinton. He focused on the problem, and that's what people want to see and hear. That gave a sense of what he might be like if he were in the Oval Office. Now, is it too late? He's the underdog. He's got 3 things that got to happen. He has got to find a way to drive back up her negatives. What has happened in the last 4 or 5 weeks is her unfavorables have declined and his have stayed high. Second of all, he needs to do exactly what he started to do last week, which is stay on message, keep the focus on her, show some discipline, stay on the issues, stay more than one day on the issues, and share what it is that he wants to do. And third, he needs a break, and whether that break is more emails from her, another scandal, the debates, he needs that. But he's the underdog, and it's not too late.
Karl, thank you very much.
You bet.
Martha, you know who already is in Louisiana right now, in Baton Rouge? Sean Hannity.